Morning, welcome to my Tireside Chat. I haven't made one of these in at least a month. It's been a while. For whatever reason. Bye, Dean. There he goes. He's walking to school. We left at the same time. He didn't even notice me. He's going to school, I'm going to work. Google just popped up and said it's going to take 21 minutes for me to get to the office. That probably means this video is going to be 21 minutes long, but I doubt that. I want to see. I think on a good day it takes me like 14 minutes. Depends on traffic, of course. It was 7:22 in the morning on the clock when I pulled out of the driveway. I usually exceed Google's expectations, but we shall see. I got to turn the heater on, so it's getting chilly in Fresno finally. I think was it last week or the week before? I think it was beginning of last week. We had the last day where it reached 90 degrees. Today's October 15th, by the way. It's Wednesday. I didn't say that yet. Yes, and then yesterday I woke up at, I gotta get up 4:30. My news, basically that's my usual time. And it was pouring rain. It was pouring rain. And by last night, from what I found online, it looks like we had gotten 1.24 inches of rain in Fresno, which shattered some sort of record. I don't know if that was the most amount of rain in a given day ever on record, or just for that particular day of the year. I didn't read into it that much, but that's a lot of rain for Fresno. But today, it's patchy clouds, nice clear air. I'm trying to get out onto this really dangerous section. Turning left onto Maroa going north. Okay. And all the people in these apartments right there, they park in the street and you can't see around those cars, so it's difficult to not turn out into traffic and immediately get sideswiped. So it's Wednesday, October 15th, like I said, and I'm on my way to work today, and tomorrow I have to, it's terrible, I have to go to the Henderson, Nevada office for a couple days and stay at a nice hotel. Actually, it's not a hotel, it's the Green Valley Ranch Resort, which is a couple of blocks away from our office there in Henderson. I've stayed there, I don't know, 4 or 5 times now since I started this job. Just staying for 2 nights and then coming back Saturday. I think we have to be at the airport like noon on Saturday. And I say we because Danielle's coming with me, so this is a nice inexpensive way for us to, hello, are you going to stop at that stop sign there? Inexpensive way for us to take a husband and wife trip. Since the company's already paying for my flight and the room, which is a nice room. So all we had to do is buy her plane ticket and just bring her along with me. Which wasn't bad. I think it was like, it was like $180 round trip on Allegiant, which is, you know, it's that or Southwest. And Southwest for some reason was going to be like $500 for a similar flight. So I don't know. Yeah, I haven't flown on Allegiant in probably 20 years, so we'll see how terrible that is. Now the thing is that the ticket price is cheap, but I guess their their sales model is that they structure it so that, oh yes, that's the round trip ticket. Oh, but you want to bring a bag, whether that's a handbag or a backpack. Those are two separate things, and you get charged for each of those. And then what else did they nickel and dime you on? There was a couple other things. Oh yeah, if you want to choose your seat, even if it's a coach seat, then it was like another $15 each way. There's a couple things like that. I think I'm gonna go down Shields today. There's a big long line to get on the freeway. Or do I want to know? Yeah, I should still get on the freeway. Nah, it's too late. Anyways, Allegiant, I guess that's how their model works. But the nice thing was, well, it doesn't matter. So we're doing that. We're going to Henderson tomorrow. I think we're going to get up at 6 in the morning. Well, we're going to get up. We have to leave the house a little after 6 to go to the airport, and we'll just wake Dean up because when he gets up, it's at 6, and he takes a shower and then he gets ready for school, and he just walks to school. And so him and Kaya are gonna have the house to themselves for a couple days. He doesn't have school on Friday, so that works out nicely. And he's a big boy. Kaya will be working probably Thursday, Friday night, but he's very responsible. He can have the house to himself for a few hours, and she'll be home at night. He'll be fine. We've left them there by themselves before. Yeah. Hopefully they don't throw any parties. I say that, but I'm joking. Kaya's had her friends over before when we were gone, and they're fine. They're just 20-something-year-olds, but they don't drink or do drugs or anything really. So I don't mind if she has friends over. Yeah, I think I should have gotten on the freeway. We'll see. Well, what else is going on? Talked to my mom yesterday. She's on her cruise, leaving. She left from Seattle and is going all the way down to the Panama Canal and back up to Florida around the other side. It's like a 23-day cruise or something, and then she's flying from there she's at Puerto Rico to go look at some properties that she's already said too much. And so she's having a great time, I'm sure. Except she said she's got a cold. So, that's going on. But I didn't make this channel to talk about my parents. It's about what I'm doing. What else is going on with us? Let's see, it's Wednesday. Do we have anything going on tonight? I don't think so. Lately it's been, Dean has his piano lessons on Monday nights, and I take him over to his piano teacher's house, which she lives like 2 blocks away from us, which is convenient. It used to be she would come to our house. She would go to all of her students' houses and give lessons, and understandably that was a lot for her. She has a regular full-time job too, and so now she changed it so that you just bring your kid over to her place. Yeah, she lives right over by Gazebo Gardens, which is it's like a 2-minute drive from our house, which I'm fine with. And she has this really cool dog. It's like a older, like a black lab named Jovi, but she's a really sweet dog. And so we go and I sit there for 30 minutes and kind of play with the dog while Dean's getting his lesson, and then we wind up hanging out for a bit afterwards because we're always her last student of the day. And she's really cool. Actually, yeah, and then this Monday when we went over there, because I told her last week as we were leaving, she's like, oh, I got to take Jovi for a walk now. You know, it was like 7:30. I got to take Jovi for a walk. And I was like, I could take her for a walk while I'm here. If you don't mind. Like, I would love to take her for a walk because I usually go home in the evenings and then, you know, I go for my walk / run anyways, and we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. She's like, oh, okay, maybe next time. So yeah, so Monday when I went over there, she said that again. I was like, I said I would take her for a walk, like right when we got there. And she's like, oh, would you mind? And I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, that sounds like fun. So I haven't taken a dog for a walk since I was a teenager, I don't think. If that. I haven't had a dog. That's not true. I had a dog for like a week. That was Friday. The dog's name was Friday. While we had her before we gave her away to a friend. James. Thanks for taking her, James. And he still has her. That was like, gosh, when was that? 2012 or something? Anyway, so I took Jovi for a walk. We had a great walk. We did like a mile and a half, and ran. Took her down across Palm, down Andrews, and then we back up the next street, and then back, and got back, and I told her, I was like, yeah, well, we ran for a little bit, and she's like, oh yeah, she's pretty slow. I'm like, maybe when you took her, but like we were sprinting down. We sprinted for like a full block, and she was just like jamming and having a great time. And she's like, oh, I didn't know she'd run that fast. I'm like, yeah, you just have to run fast with her, and which is what I did. And so that was fun. And Dean's doing really well in his piano lesson still. He likes drums more than piano. He's really getting into drumming wherever he can. But yeah, he started. They started doing drumline at school. And I guess they had tryouts for drumline the other day, which he said was an hour long, and he was incredibly bored because it was like, all we did was play 8th notes the whole time, and it sounded horrible because there was, you know, a bunch of people that were playing that some of them had never played the drums before. Some of them were a beginning band or, you know, or whatever, and Dean's like trying to play Primus on his full drum set with a double kick pedal and everything. So he's obviously way more advanced than most of these other kids. Well, he's, according to his teacher, I think, yeah, he's the best drummer they have. And he plays xylophone, or he plays vibes, he plays piano, and also, you know, any percussion instrument. And then Tuesdays is when we take him to the Milestones, which is a private group. I think there's like 20 or 30 kids in that or something, and they break them up into groups of 5, and they do jazz standards. Yesterday was his 3rd week doing that. It's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesdays, from 4 to 5:45. So I get off work early, pick him up. So I got to drive from work in Clovis back home, pick him up, and then where it is on 1st and Herndon, behind where the Carl's Jr. is, there in that parking lot. So yesterday I dropped him off, and it's like, what am I going to do for an hour 45? Last week I just went to a Starbucks nearby, and I had my laptop, and I just did some work, and like, you know, got some extra work done. But yesterday I didn't feel like doing that, and I texted Danielle, and I was like, I think I might make a Costco run since I'm over here, and we need some stuff, a few things from Costco. Why not make myself useful? And felt like going shopping, so went to Costco and bought a few things. We needed lettuce, butter lettuce, I guess. It comes in that 3-pack. We usually get that. It lasts a couple of weeks. That stuff's good. We needed lettuce, and what's the other thing? There was know, and I still wound up spending like $109 because, oh yeah, they saw. So that's the other thing that's happening this weekend. We're getting 2 cats from my good friend Rachel at work. She took in a cat that was pregnant that had 5 kittens. This was a couple months ago, and the kittens are almost 8 weeks old, so they're ready to be separated from their mother, I guess. That's the thing. So we agreed to take 2 of them. Originally, you know, it was going to be 1, but we may as well have 2. So I guess it has a friend, and so we're going to have 2 cats, which I have mixed feelings about, because we have no pets at this point, and it's been nice, and we have new furniture in the house. So I've got a cat-proof the couch, which like they sell on Amazon. It was like $15 for these like plastic things that they look decent, and you cover the edges of the couch so the cats can't scratch the couch. So I ordered those. It was supposed to be here today or something. And while I was at Costco, getting back to Costco, which I was looking at yesterday morning online, the little cat tree with a scratching post and a little thing for them to play with or whatever, and like a little bed in it. They had some at Costco for $50, which was fine. All the ones I was finding online were like 5-6 feet tall. I'm like, I don't need anything that big. But this one, it was like 3 feet tall maybe, and it's fairly simple. I'm like, that's good enough. And we'll just put it in a corner somewhere, and hopefully the cats will actually use it and not the couch. Well, they're not gonna have a choice. I'm gonna proof the couch, hopefully. So we come back from Vegas on Saturday, and then yeah, Sunday we'll get the cats. And the kids are so excited. Dean is so excited. He like cleaned his room yesterday. He put the cat tree thing in his room. And I told Danielle, you and I should never have to clean the litter box. It's the kids want to have that cat, or those cats, and that's going to be their job. Which I get the feeling that Dean is going to he'll be happy to do that. We'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. You know, it always starts off that way. What are we at? 17 minutes. Yeah. Not quite 21. I'm almost there. It's this last stretch from 168 to the office that takes time. Between the stoplights and, yeah, it's really just waiting in the lights. We'll see as on this last one, whether or not God is on my side today when it comes to the traffic lights. Yes, we're gonna have some cats in the house. Which, yeah, again, mixed feelings. But I know, like, once we have the cats, I'll love having the cats. I love cats too, and we all do. It's nice to have them. Just don't know what to name them. We don't know if they're boys or girls yet. We still have to get that done. We have to get them vaccinated, and we have to get them spayed and neutered. So, yeah, it's costing a little bit of money. That's the problem with having pets. But, so it goes. Okay, 7:41. Ha! Take that, Google. It was not 21 minutes. It was like 18 minutes. Let's get up a little bit more. 7:42. All right. Well, that's it. Yeah, see, my video is 19 minutes, coming up on 30 seconds. See, I'm all dressed all warm and cozy today. I was going to bring a different shirt in case I got too hot. This is a long sleeve, and it's kind of thick, but it looks nice. I'm like switched into winter attire. All right. Well, that's it for now. I guess I'll upload this video. Ta-ta for now, everyone. Bye-bye.